was searching for something I knew was there but couldn't see. I remember the moment when the one I was searching for found me. I can't make sense of it, no getting over it. How much your love changed everything. Oh, 'cause I know you now. How could I go without Jesus? You're more than enough for me. I don't need anything else. I need your love, I need your love. I don't want anything else. I need your love, I need your love. God, I need you like water. God, I need you like I need air to breathe. I won't take you for granted. I won't go back to how I used to be. I can't make sense of it, no getting over it. How much your love changed everything. Oh, 'cause I know you now. How could I go without Jesus? You're more than enough for me. I don't need anything else. I need your love, I need your love. I don't want anything else. I need your love, I need your love. Na 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 na. Oh, 'cause there's just one thing I need. 'Cause there's just one thing I need. I don't need anything else. I need your love, I need your love. I don't want anything else. But I need your love, I need your love.
Well, good morning down in Sydney to everyone. How are you all doing?
Very good. How are you, Jim?
Doing great. Thank you all for joining us. I think this crew is like, we're doing several of these together, but I think you all are, yep. See, Ben's got his coffee there. But you guys are all in Sydney, and thank you so much for joining us. And so, man, we're actually, talking about the song Need Your Love. And man, I mean, obviously the first thing that comes out when you hear the song is just the energy. It's so positive. We were just chatting a little bit about, like, it's really, really hard to write these songs for church. I don't know what it is, but man, like a lot of worship writers that I speak with, man, when they're trying to write, that song that just, it's energy, it's celebration, to try to write that song without it coming across, cheesy or trite or anything like that. But man, you guys really, really just succeeded in this song. And man, it's just an incredible song. I'm going to just mention right now, give a shout out to Mike, because I know he worked on a lot of the production, but 127 BPM, man, like my heart is happy about that.
Mine too, Jimmy, mine too.
But maybe we start this conversation. First of all, Ben Hastings, I don't know why your Zoom is saying Jesse Hastings. I mean, maybe there's a story there, but but man, tell us about the song a little bit and how it got going. I mean, obviously a lot of you guys contributing on this song, which is amazing. I know you guys write a lot as a team, which I think is incredible. And, it really shows in these songs that you guys are all coming and bringing something to the table. But maybe talk a little bit about how the song started.
Yeah, right. Well, kind of like what you said, we did feel like there was a bit of a gap for one of those 125 to 130 BPM kind of songs. And so we've been trying to write into it. But yeah, as you said, it's really hard. Like, it's a real sort of challenge to write something in that space that feels authentic, engaging, and isn't cheesy. And so it was kind of like all hands on deck. I remember we were just sitting around a table drinking coffee, and it just kind of, I think there's probably 8 people in the room at that point, and everyone was just kind of singing out random stuff. Do you remember that? Until eventually something just kind of clicked. We're like, that's kind of good. And then we all just kind of, whoever wanted to, just walked into the room together, and we finished the song. That's kind of what happened, right?
This was also like the 17th try. Like we had so many of these tries where we were trying to write an up song and we're like, oh, it's so bad.
Yeah. My favorite bit about because we kind of then kept working on it, kept fleshing it out, and took a bit of time. We ran it a few times, and it was feeling like it was good, but it wasn't. There was things we knew there was something maybe missing. And then there was it the night that we recorded, or was it like the day before? We were recording anyway.
Yeah, we were recording. So, are you talking about the addition of sections?
Yes, you tell us story.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've been doing the song a lot, and it was, I think, the biggest thing with this was that we'd had so many versions of this song. So, Melody and I, because I think Melody and I would be doing youth a lot every Friday night, and so we'd be singing this song a lot. There was little parts that would constantly be like, it isn't, we're not sure. So we kept going back, and it felt like that the whole time. And then on the night of the recording, we always had this bridge section, and there was no melody, there was no lyric. It was just this instrumental thing, and we relied so heavily on the drums doing this cool beat. But then we were losing like the engagement of the room a little bit, and it was like, and we all kept trying to write different bridges for so long, but we could never find anything. And so we had done the song at the beginning of the service, and we were recording. This is like the recording, like the night before. Yeah, it was actually the first night of recording. And we'd done the song at the beginning of the service, and then we'd gotten off stage while the preacher was speaking, and we'd gone up to like the male dressing rooms, and I was up there with Hastings, which is actually a bathroom as well, by the way. It's, dressing room sounds nicer, but we're in the bathroom, and we just maybe there's just something like real simple or whatever. And so we kind of got that, you're the one thing. And it was very gimmicky. It felt super like, oh, this is going to be weird, but we'll just try it. And so we got out on stage and we did the song. And then we got to that bridge section. We taught the crowd, like the response, like, you're the one thing. And then you have to sing one thing back. And then it just kept going. And then, so we kind of discovered that on the night, and that was the recording. And so, I didn't consult Melody. I didn't consult Ben. I didn't consult Fagan. So it was a horrible run. It's a horrible co-writing.
He just walked on stage and just was like, I've got a bridge, and then just started singing it. And Melody was like, what?
But the best bit was he couldn't remember it. So he's like, oh, I've got this bridge. 1 second. And he gets his phone out and his voice note.
Just Jimmy.
Like, one thing. It's so good.
The level of trust in this team is just otherworldly.
Yeah.
The songwriting editor is just not on point.
Do you guys like that section? Maybe this is a good time to talk about it.
I love it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of the things that, it only comes out, and Mel, I was going to ask you a little bit about, just because you guys are involved, you are leading your students on a weekly basis. And, there's sometimes things I think that you would come up with in the writing room, and you're like, oh, that would never, that just sounds, doesn't sound great or whatever. But then you put it into the live context, and you can imagine yourself in the room with, your students or, with your church, and you're like, no, I think this is going to work, and being able to bring that in. How much important is that when you're writing these types of songs is to have that, that sense of what's going to work live versus what's going to work in the writing room?
Yeah, it's so important to keep in mind that the context in which you're writing the song and how it's coming about is completely different to where it's going to live and what space it's going to live in. And that was actually a key part in this song. And I think we just had to trust the process of bringing it before, a room and seeing how they responded and what worked and what didn't. That's been a part of our process from the beginning, I think, as Young and Free. And so, it's a bit scary because you're bringing a song that, you're still working on and being vulnerable with. And so,
I'm grateful we went on the journey and it's ended up where it is now.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the cool thing about being able to try these songs out at church. Michael, I guess if Aiden's Bridge would have really just bombed, with the youth there, you'd go back to the drawing board. But, the fact that it actually went well was pretty much confirmation that, like, okay, we can do this.
You know what? I feel like in reflecting on it now, I realized that this song really found its feet in that context, like with our youth, which I think is a really cool journey. Like, I would have bounced out, dozens of tracks for this song, like production things, but even top line things and structure wise, like the arrangement of it. It's one thing to play it on a piano, but when we were recording with our youth, I feel like sometimes if you're writing a song, say for an artist, it's like you're thinking about how they perform it. But when you're writing for youth in a congregation, it's like everyone's in it together. It's like youth and like our youth ministry, it's like they are as much a part of the singing and like the artistry of it as anyone on stage is. So it's really going to live or die in that context. And I mean, that bridge was magic. I remember when Aiden sung it and our youth caught onto it straight away. You're like, oh, it's a win. There was no question.
That's awesome. Well, guys and girls, thank you so much for joining us, getting up early. We so appreciate you guys. We're so excited to present these songs to the church and can't wait for the church to hear them and to get them out. And so we thank you for taking the time to meet with us.
Thanks for having us.
All right. See you later.
Thanks.
I don't want